Hello everyone. Well, myself Prashant, I'm a business consultant working with Faveo. So first of all, I would thank you everyone for joining today's webinar. And before we get started, I would like to confirm if everybody can hear me. I would request everyone to raise your hands.
Yeah, they are able to.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So I would like to give you a small gist about how we started, with the existing journey of Faveo. We started our journey in the year of 2009. We've been developing our product Faveo since 2015. In fact, we have two different products. One is Helpdesk and the other one is Service Desk. We are also an ISO and NASSCOM certified company. Faveo is a multi-channel help desk. All right. Today we have integrations with WhatsApp, email, Facebook, Twitter, SMS, and certain phone services too. So today we will look into basic configuration of help desk. And today Ashutosh is our speaker. He is a lead accounts manager for Faveo. He is an implementation consultant as well. All right. And he will give you a quick walkthrough of our amazing product. And we will also cover help topics, SLA plans, business hours, form builder, and also form groups. If you guys have any questions, feel free to raise your hand anytime. All right. And I'll hand over this to Ash now. Thank you so much. Ashutosh, you can continue.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So, as Prashant told me, my name is Ashutosh. So I'll be heading the today's covering topics. So that would be the basic configuration of our Faveo from admin panel. I'll be showing you that. So talking about the aspects that I'll be covering, I'll be sharing my screen in a moment, and you can also confirm me whether you are able to see the screen or not by raising your hand. I'll just start a screen share now. Yeah, I hope you are able to see my screen.
Yes, Ash, we're able to see this.
Thank you so much. So today, as Prashant made you aware, we'll be covering the manage section that will be having the help topic, SLA plans, business hours, form group, form builder, and a workflow. So I'll start with the help topic. So the purpose of help topic is to manage the tickets by organizing the ticket categorically. So basically help topics can also be linked to the departments and ticket type. So whenever a ticket is created with the help topic, if the help topic is associated with the department or a ticket type, it is automatically assigned to the concerned department. So most of the time what I have seen is most of the time companies don't want to make the visibility of department to make it visible on the client user interface. So this is the client user interface you're seeing. So most of the time they don't want the help top the department to be make visible on the customer user interface. So they can make use of this this help topic. It will be very useful. And I can tell you, if I click on the create option, I'll show you how it can be created and how departments can be a part of it. So we can define here the topic from here, which help topic is it related to? Is it related to service request? We can define here whether it's inactive and active and inactive. We can also define here. We have the option here to make the help topics public or private. So the purpose of it, if I want some help topics to not to be visible to the customer portal, so I can restrict that by keeping it under the private section. So private, it will be restricted towards your agent or staff who can access this help topic. So it's up to you how do you want to make the visibility out of it. So below you have the option here where you can define link departments to this request. So service request could be a part of the support. So I'll link here. So additionally, I have the option here where I can define default department. The purpose of this would be if you are selecting multiple departments here. So let me show an example here. Let's say if I selected DevOps and support, I can define which should be the default department. So let's say I selected the support here. If any internal note is required, I can also add it. And by enabling this bottom option, it will make the system default help topic. So the purpose of system default help topic is if none of the help topic is selected, this will be picked by default. So let me show you an example now. If I save this, so on the customer portal, if I see, I have the option here where I'll be able to see the service request. Yeah. So if I raise a ticket on this, and I'll show you how it will be visible. So if I go to the My Ticket section, open this. So as I told you, it will be taken the default department, that is the support. So this is how the help topic can be configured, and you have seen the use case of it. So before going to the SLA plan, I want to go with the business hours first because it's interlinked and its preference is more first. So the purpose of business hour is to use to calculate the response due time and the resolve due time according to the SLAs. Currently in Faveo, we allow linking business hours to the following three entities into the system. So basically this can be applied in multiple locations. So it can also be a part of Faveo system department, as service level agreement also. So I'll show you one of the examples here now. So I'll create a business hours for the service team. Service request, I'll make it. So here time zone is very important. So based on the time zone also, it will be calculating the SLA. So I'll make sure that this time zone is selected correctly, and I can define a description. If there is no description, I can keep it as same as a title. So I can define here what is the working operational hours. So I'll keep it 24/7 for this service request team, or else I can modify it also. Additionally, it's very important for you to add the holiday list, because if you add a holiday list, it will not calculate the SLA on that day. So it's very important your holiday list is up to date. So I can keep this saved now. So once this is saved, our next step is to go to the SLA. So I'll click on here creating a SLA. So basically in a support system, you can have multiple SLA plans and enforce different conditions for each ticket based on various SLA. This will help to commit the task in the committed time frame. So this helps to maintain the whatever the commitments you have with the customer, the service level agreement you have with the customer. This will help you to reach that on time. So I'll create a service request team SLA. So I can define here what should be the response time for the emergency. Let me keep it as 30 minutes. And I'll keep 1 hour should be the resolution. And I can define here what is the business hours for that. So I can add a service request. So I'll keep for all service request business hour that I created just now. And I can define here the hours for the response time. So for high, I'll keep it as 1 hour, and 2 hours should be the resolving time. And for this, I'll keep it at 2 and keep it as 3. So similarly, based on your requirement, you can make the response and the resolution time defined here. So over here we have the in-app notifications and escalation notifications. So there is a difference between these two notifications. In-app notifications will come in the top, will show you in the over here. If any escalation notifications is there, it will be listed here. The escalation email, it will be the usual email that you get on your email inbox. So you'll be getting a reminder from the support system saying that your response time is due, you need to respond this and that time. So on the bottom I can define here the condition. So here I need to define a parameter. Based on that parameter, the SLA will get applied to that. So I have the option here to match or any of the below or match all of the below. If there are multiple conditions, then you can define here based on your requirement, you can define here what should be the parameter of it, match all or any. So I have here the option of ticket field. So in the ticket field we have these many criteria where we can define. So for now, in order to apply it, I'll keep it as help topic should be equal to service request. All right, and I can define also, if let's see what and all options we have in the submit option. So I'll define accordingly. Yeah, let's keep it as the same, and I'll define only one condition here. So whenever help topic is equal to service request, this SLA should get enforced. So I can define here the below notifications. So here you can define an alert notification for a due date. So a due date would be for two. One will be for response time, and another one would be for the resolve within time. So I can define here. So over here I have mentioned 30 minutes. I can define here a minute. So before 10 minutes, I want to get notified to the assignee. Assignee is the one who's working on a case. Admin will be the one who has super admin rights into the system. Department manager is whichever the department this ticket will be belonging to, that department manager will get notified. And for the team lead, you can also define which team lead to get notified. If they are part of that department, then they will be getting that. So initially I'll keep it as this, and for same I can, for resolve time we have 1 hour, so I'll keep 15 minutes for the before reaching to the resolve time. I want the notification to come up. So here is the violation. So this is very important and critical to know. So here I can define after 10 minutes of violation, I want to get notify to the department manager for the first response due, and similarly I can define for when the resolution time is violated, I want a notification should go out to the department manager. So I can define multi-level also. If I want multiple levels, I can also select an engineer from here as well, or else I can take a generic name from here to the admin or to the assignee. So after maybe 30 minutes, I want to get notified to the department manager and the admin of the system. So this way we can configure. So let's save this out. Now we'll raise a ticket, and I'll show you how it can be done. I'll raise as a Faveo ticket. SLA enforce. So I'll raise this ticket with a help topic that I defined there, is service request, and we'll apply this. And we'll see from here if we can see the SLA. We'll have to go to the agent panel. So I'll go to the agent panel. So from this dashboard, I'll show you in the inbox, the ticket will be landing. So here is the ticket we have. So I can see, if I want to see which SLA this has enforced, I can see from here. Yeah, as with the configuration, the service level request SLA has been enforced, and set due is defined as per my current time zone, that is 13 April 12:30 p.m. So that looks fine. I hope everyone is able to get that. If anyone has any questions, you can raise your hand. We will be able to help you in between also.
Thank you so much, Ash. So like Ash told, if guys you have any other questions, we would be more than happy to answer those questions. Feel free to raise your hand.
Yes, thanks. So the next I want to show you about the form builder. So in a form builder, the purpose of it is to build and populate the ticket form fields. You can, from here you can modify your ticket submit form. So this is for the ticket submit form. We have other form options also available for the organization. So this is for the create organization form. You can modify here. You can add a custom fields from the top. It's simple drag and drop feature we have. You can just drag and drop to add those fields. Additionally, we have requester field also, asset and change. So at the moment I'll show you for one of the field, that is for the ticket field. So you can create your custom fields as well if you want. The easiest way is to drag. I'll show you now, and we'll create a custom field here. I'll add as a ticket type. So in order to add the drop down option, you have the option here to edit. So in order to add the drop down fields, you just need to add a value here and separate it by commas. So I'll show you an example now. I'll keep it as change request, question. Yeah, two fields will be okay. So I'll apply this. So when I have added those ticket type fields, so if I click on edit here, I have the option here, the visibility, whether I want to make it mandatory while raising a request. That can also be done from here. If you want a sub-child field, that is also an option. So let's say if I selected a change request, and I can add an additional child field also. Let's say I want a change field to come. Similarly, you can do for a question, you can add multiple child fields. So there is no limitation. You can add multiple child fields also. So let me save this and show you how it's going to reflect. I'll not keep it as mandatory, and I will show you. So clicking on submit option. Okay, visibility, I'll have to save it. So once saved, it will be visible. I just need to refresh this page. Yeah, so now the fields are appearing. So if I selected a change request, it should show me the child field. So yeah, now it's showing a child field. If I click on question, it should not show me because I have not configured. So this is the simplest way you can configure these changes from the form builder. So making use of all these fields, you can customize your form, and in order to save this, you have the option in the top to save that option. So I'll remove this and save this across. So let me show you about form group. What is the purpose of it? See, basically the purpose of form group is it is one level ahead of form builder. So basically every company have multiple departments working on specific customer related issues. So each department want to have a unique ticket form for their department. So in this case, we use a multi-form option to build a unique ticket form for every department. So that is achievable via form group. So in a form group, what you can do, you can configure for different department, you can create different form. It could be based on the department, or it could be based on the help topic. So let me show you how it can be. So let me select a service request option that I created as a help topic. So I can define this. Let me define this service request form, ticket form. So you can either select the department or the help topic. So it will trigger as soon as these options are selected. This form will be appearing. So if I configure this form, having multiple radio options and all, having service field, service radio button. So I can define here these sub options also. I can add more fields by similarly as I had shown you for that. I can define a B and C option and click enter. And let me save this. And once saved, it should appear in the submit option from here. I'll have to refresh this page now. So selecting a help topic with a service request. Yeah, as shown. So it's showing me the subfields. So similarly, for different help topic, you can have different form built. Similarly, it will go with the help department also. If you want the visibility to be make it visible at the client level, you can configure the form for the department as well. So we can disable this. All right. So now I want to show you the last topic, which is for the form. The workflow. So I'll also show you a demo how a workflow basically works. So workflows are the rules created to perform some automated actions on the ticket. So once the ticket created by the customer or a user, and once it reach the support portal inbox, it will be applied. So you can make use of workflows in many ways. So I'll show you how it can be used. Service request, I'll apply for service request only. Workflow for, yeah. So I have the fields here on which criteria this should get enforced. So I'll select here a simplest criteria. Whenever a help topic is equal to service request. So I can make multiple rules also. Whenever a status or subject is equal to this, so I can define that as well. So it's up to you how many levels you want while applying the workflow. So you can define multiple level as well. So I'll keep as it is now. Now I can define here the below perform these actions. So what actions I want when the help topic is equal to service request. So I can make it as like priority should be set as emergency, and maybe the department should go to support, and it should get assigned to one of the agent. I'll keep it with my name, or else I'll keep because. So multiple actions I can perform here. I can also set the status or the priority. I've already defined. Yeah, priority is done. Status, I'll keep it as open. And
hey Ash,
label. Yes.
Ashtosh, I think there is a client who's got a question. Ziyat Ahmad has got one question. He's asking, it's a SaaS application or in-premise application? So it would be great if you could answer this question and then move forward.
Sure. So we have given an option to the end customer. We also provide SaaS based solution or on-premise also. It's up to the customer preference. We will deliver that. I hope it answers, Zaid. All right.
I think yes, you can continue from here. Thank you, Ashutosh.
Yeah, welcome. So these many actions I have performed here. So you can have multiple actions also. So let's test this out, how it is working. So I'll submit this request. So over here, let me refresh the page. So I will define here the workflow enforcement. I'll keep the subject as it is, and I'll select here the workflow that I created, service request. So let's just save this out. Yeah, the ticket is raised into the system. Now I'll show you on the agent dashboard whether the SLA is enforced or not. Let's go to the open tickets, and this is one of the ticket. Yeah, as expected, it has enforced. So let's see what the configurations that we have set there here. Service, let's search for that, edit. So as per our expectation, if the help topic is equal to service request, it should perform the below task. So let's just verify that. So here, one of the tasks that it should perform is to add a label, update. So it has applied a update label in the top. Other than that, let's see what and all it has done. So it should have the priority equal to emergency. That's brilliant. Priority is emergency, department should be support, and it should get assigned to one of the engineer, and that is Vikas. So it has assigned to Vikas. That's perfect. And department is equal to support as well. Additionally, as per our configurations before, it has applied the service request team SLA that we have configured. So that's all so far for today. We have shown you how the configurations for each topic that we are supposed to do, we have covered that all. If you have a question now, I'll be more than happy to answer it.
Great. Thank you. Thank you so much, Ashutosh. It was a great explanation and also a good presentation. Guys, if you have any other questions, we will be more than happy to answer your questions. You guys can please raise your hand or you can write your question. We'll wait for a minute.
Yes.
So anybody's got any question? So no questions asked. That's really great. And one more thing, guys, people whoever is joined the webinar later, we will also posting the webinar link. So in that way, whatever the topics were missed out, it will be covered. So we will be posting the video link as well, which you guys can go through. All right. Great. Ashutosh, I think there is no other questions.
That's great then.
Great. So thank you, guys. Thank you so much for joining this webinar. Have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, Ashutosh. Bye-bye.
Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Ashutosh, we have a question from Zayed Ahmad again. 1 second. So, Zayed, we can discuss this off call. I'll probably reach out to you via email or through a quick phone call right after the webinar, so we can have an in-depth discussion about this question. All right. Do we have asset? Yes, we also have asset management tool, which is called as service desk.
Basically, we have two plans. One is for the help desk and another one is for the service desk. So with the service desk, you will get asset management, including the help desk management as well. So both together in a service desk you will get.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Zayed. I'll reach out to you soon. Any other question from anybody? We'll be waiting for another 5 minutes. If you guys have any other questions, we will be more than happy to answer those. We'll be here for another 5 more minutes. Thank you. All right, we are ending the webinar right now. Thank you so much for joining the webinar today. I hope you have learned from this. If you have any other questions, feel free to drop us an email. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for everybody. So my email address would be prashant.a. I will probably send that to everybody, my email address. So this is my email address. If you have any further questions, we will be more than happy to answer it. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much.